Alright, y'all. Hey. This is part 2 of Greystone's band confessional mini interview extravaganza thing. So, strap in, we're gonna start answering the next set of questions for you all. Alright, so it's my turn to be back in the hot seat, and to answer the first question. There were quite a few aha moments for me, you know, on vocals and like instrumentally. There was a little moment I had with my brother, and if you hear squawking in the background, that's our parakeets. They're enjoying the lovely day. It is quite hot and humid. So yeah, for me vocally, like the lines and the verses that go, I can't stand the day without you, can't even breathe without you. And I feel free without you, feel so relieved without you. Those were not like that before. I don't even remember. I think it was like, I can't stand to be without you. Feels so. I don't remember how it went. It was a different. It was more in line with the rhythm of like the previous lines and lines that come after, but I don't know, like I heard it back after a few sessions of like doing it, and I was like, this just isn't, it just didn't, I did not like how it sounded. Maybe it was the delivery and the performance, but I was just like, it needs something to zhuzh it up, you know what I'm saying? So that came to me and I was like, ooh, that might be good. And I tried it and it stuck really nicely, and it, I think, gives it a little more spice and flavor than it had before. So that was one aha moment. Another aha moment was when my brother was doing some work on the solo, and he was, you know, had the one solo track recorded, right? Like the whole solo, and he was figuring out like the color guitar, the embellishments that he was going to do, and he starts like harmonizing the guitars on the solo, and I was like, do that. He was like, I don't know what to do, and then he did that, and I was like, do that. You need to do that. That sounds incredible. So like he came up with it, but I was the one that was like, you need to put it on there, or it's gonna be, you know, missing that little spice that it could have had. And why would we want to do that? We don't.
So the first question is, any aha moments while making Sin? I would say the biggest aha moment was, hey, I'm making a cool rock song with my kids. I mean, that's pretty crazy. I don't think there's been any rock and roll bands where it's, you know, the dad's in the band as the drummer or anything else. So this is definitely a first. We'll see how long it goes.
Any aha moments while making Sin? Definitely coming across that first riff. I talked about it before. I messed up on the Stone Temple Pilots song, and it turned into something magical for me. I mean, at that point, I had only written one song, and then I came across this riff and blew my mind. And I kept working on it, and it just snowballed into more songs, and here we are today. Also, breaking through on the solo. I talked about that in the other interview, but yeah, that was a huge moment for me too, because that was terrible for like 6 months. I couldn't figure out anything, and then the day I came up with it, I was so relieved and so overjoyed. It was awesome.
The song reminds me of a toxic relationship, if I'm being quite honest. It reminds me of bruises, like you know, the kind you get when you knock your ankle against a razor scooter. It reminds me also of a very like dark, deep internal struggle that you have against something that you know is not good for you, and yet it just has this like really nasty, ugly grip on you and your life. I mean, yeah, the song is a metaphor for addiction, but like that can look a lot of ways. And I think it's a really like interesting song to interpret because of that. But yeah, that's kind of like what it reminds me of. And also mosh pits. I hope that one day I'll see that to happen when this song is being played live. That would be a dream come true. And I will probably join. So get ready.
Number 2, what does the song remind you of? You know what? It's got a lot of, definitely a lot of that Seattle rock sound from the early 90s, but it definitely has a 70s vibe too. You know, anything rock and roll is just kind of like always going to remind me of that, like, you know, late 70s, early 90s kind of sound. So that's what I think.
What does the song remind me of? I'll say Queens of the Stone Age. I don't know why. To me, it has that vibe. I could see Josh Homme singing the lyrics. I could see him playing the guitar part. If you guys want to cover Queens of the Stone Age, hit us up. But yeah, Queens of the Stone Age, I kind of get that vibe from when I was writing the song.
I think I would remix Sin to be a cumbia song. And I would want it in Spanish, like the vocals in Spanish. My writing skills in Spanish are really, really rusty, so I can't properly translate the words, but I'm sure someone out there could. I don't know. I don't even know how it would sound as a cumbia song, but I am so curious to see. And so if anybody would ever want to remix it, I would want to hear it that way. I think that would be really cool and really fun, and I love dancing, and so that's like a big part of the reason why. But I just think it's like such a different feel that I'm really curious to know like how it would sound. So that's my reason why. Thank you guys for watching. This was awesome. And don't forget to stream Sin on June 13th, which is also Friday the 13th.
Number 3, if you could remix this song for any genre, what would it be and why? And I you know what? That's a great question. I don't know. I think I would maybe try to remix this as maybe like a reggae song or something. I think it would be cool to hear it like that. There's another song we have later on that kind of has a little reggae interlude in there, but that might be a cool genre to check it out, or maybe some electronic dance music. I don't know. But right now, all I know is that it's a kick-ass rock song, and we're looking forward to having you guys all hear it. We'll talk soon, man. Rock on.
If you could remix this song for any genre, what would it be and why? Classical. Classical, this song has so many crescendos and build-ups. This would be perfect with an orchestra playing it. Somebody's got to get on that. I might get on that. That's crazy. Yeah, classical for sure. That would go hard. So, final answer, classical. Hell yeah.